Hold up before we talk about them championship rings, MVP trophies, and that bad boy unanimous MVP season. Let me take you back to where they almost wrote this kid off before he even started. I'm talking about Wardell Stephen Curry II, the dude who literally broke basketball and put it back together his way. Picture this, a scrawny, baby-faced kid from Charlotte, North Carolina, who everyone in the basketball world said was too small, too weak, too fragile to ever make it in the NBA. His own dad, Del Curry, was an NBA legend, but when scouts looked at young Steph, they straight up laughed in his face. He won't survive the physicality of the league, they said. He's just a shooter who can't defend anybody. Well, guess what? That just a shooter was about to become the greatest shooter this game has ever seen, a two-time MVP and a four-time champion who changed basketball forever. While other kids were working on their dunk packages and trying to look cool for the cameras, Steph was in the gym with his pops, putting up thousands of shots a day until his arms felt like noodles. His college career at Davidson was straight out of a Hollywood movie, a no-name school from a small conference taking down basketball giants because this skinny kid couldn't miss from downtown. He put the entire school on the map, carrying them to the Elite Eight while becoming the talk of the basketball world. But when draft night came in 2009, the disrespect continued. Team after team passed on him. Too small, too fragile, won't be able to create his own shot. The Golden State Warriors finally took him with the 7th pick, and man, did they just hit the biggest jackpot in franchise history. But the early years in the league were rough ankle injuries that made people wonder if he'd ever stay healthy, questions about whether he could be a franchise player. Critics were having a field day, writing him off as another, what could have been story. But Steph, he was quietly building something special, working on his game, strengthening his body, and preparing for a revolution that the basketball world never saw coming. The stage was set for the greatest shooter of all time to rewrite the history books. When Steph finally got healthy and found his groove, brother, the entire NBA was not ready for the hurricane that was about to hit them. The 2014-15 season was when everything changed forever. Suddenly, this too small kid was pulling up from the logo like it was a free throw, breaking defenses and analytics models simultaneously. Coaches were scratching their heads. Do you guard this man at half court? Do you double team him as soon as he crosses midcourt? The traditional rules of basketball defense went straight out the window when facing Steph Curry. And when Clay's splash brother, Thompson and Draymond Green joined the party, forget about it, it was a wrap for the rest of the league. The Warriors became a straight-up cheat code, playing a style of basketball that was faster, smarter, and more explosive than anything we'd ever seen. That first championship in 2015 was just the appetizer proof that this new style of play could actually win at the highest level. But the 2015-16 season, that was the main course that nobody ordered. 73 wins, breaking the Bulls' legendary record, with Steph putting up one of the greatest individual seasons in NBA history. He became the first unanimous MVP ever, and he made it look easy, like he was just having fun out there. But the real story isn't just the championships or the MVP awards. It's how he did it all with a permanent smile on his face, having pure fun like he was still that kid playing in his backyard in Charlotte. The behind-the-back passes that made defenders look silly, the shimmy after sinking a deep three-pointer in someone's face, the pure joy and passion he played with it was absolutely contagious. Everyone wanted to play like Steph, shoot like Steph, even celebrate like Steph. But just when everyone thought he'd reached his absolute peak, Steph went and did something even crazier. After Kevin Durant left and Klay Thompson suffered back-to-back devastating injuries, when everyone counted the Warriors out and said their dynasty was over, Steph put the entire franchise on his back and carried them to another level entirely. The 2021 season was his individual masterpiece, winning the scoring title while getting double and triple teamed every single night, proving he could dominate even without his superstar teammates. And the crazy part, he's still doing it today, still breaking records, still making history. Now let's talk about what this man is doing right now, because what Stephen Curry is achieving at 37 years young is straight up disrespectful to Father Time and should be illegal. We just witnessed history in the making. Steph drops a cool 46 points one game, then comes back 48 hours later and puts up a season-high 49 points against the San Antonio Spurs. Let me break that down for you real quick. He's now the only player since his heiress, Michael Jordan himself, to have consecutive 45-plus point games at age 37 or older. That's not just great, that's legendary, Hall of Fame, Mount Rushmore type stuff. While other superstars his age are slowing down, dealing with injuries, or becoming role players, Steph is out here looking like he discovered the fountain of youth in the Bay Area. The Spurs had absolutely no answer for him. Every time they thought they had him covered, he'd pull up from 30 feet like it was a layup, draining threes from distances that would make other coaches bench their players. The handles that break ankles, the endless movement without the ball, the ridiculous shooting range that seems to extend to the parking lot, it's all still there, maybe even better than ever before. What people don't realize is that Steph didn't just break records, he literally revolutionized how basketball is played at every level. Because of him, every kid in every driveway now practices half-court shots. Because of him, teams realize the three-point shot isn't just an option, it's the most powerful weapon in basketball. Because of him, the entire geometry of the court changed forever. He transformed the game from a paint-dominated battle to a long-range shooting contest, and every team in the league had to adapt or get left behind. And through all the fame, success, and global recognition, he stayed the same humble, grounded family man from Charlotte. The guy who always credits his faith first, who adores his wife Aisha and their beautiful kids, who's never too big or too famous to sign autographs for young fans for hours. In an era of massive superstar egos and dramatic social media presences, Steph remains one of the most genuinely likable and respected guys in all of sports. But don't get it twisted, that nice guy exterior hides one of the most competitive, relentless killers we've ever seen on the basketball court. So what's next for Chef Curry? The kitchen is still fire, the pots are still boiling, and the man is still cooking defenders on a nightly basis. 4 NBA championships, 2 MVP awards, including that historic unanimous one, the undisputed all-time three-point king, countless records broken, and he's still adding to his already legendary legacy. What makes Steph's story so incredibly special is that he proved every single hater, every doubter, every scout who said he was too this or too that completely and utterly wrong. Too small, he became a giant in the game. Too weak, he became one of the strongest mental players ever. Just a shooter, he became the greatest shooter of all time and so much more, a leader, a champion, a revolutionary. His journey teaches us one crucial lesson that applies to everyone, whether you're a basketball player or not. Never, ever let anybody else define your limits or tell you what you can't achieve. While everyone was busy telling him what he couldn't do, Steph was too focused on putting in the work on what he could do. The early morning workouts, the late night shooting sessions, the countless shots until his muscles ached, that's what built a legend. That's what separates the greats from the all-time greats. So I gotta ask you straight up, what are your naysayers saying about you right now? What's that dream people are telling you is impossible? What's that goal that seems too big, too crazy, too unrealistic to achieve? Take a page from Steph's book, use the doubt as rocket fuel. Put in the work when nobody's watching. Stay humble through the success, and keep shooting your shot until the net can't help but swish. Your moment is waiting, your breakthrough is coming, Your legacy is yours to build. Drop a comment below and tell me what you're working on against all odds. And if you believe that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, then do me a solid. Smash that like button, subscribe for more stories of relentless grind and undeniable success, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when we break down another underdog who became the top dog. Your time is now. Go change your game and make your mark.